Welcome, everybody. John Zegar. JohnZagar.com. How's everybody doing today? Good? Good. We got a little bit of clouds here on the eastern slope today. A little bit late afternoon, evening, actually. We didn't get any rain out of anything, but I don't know if we'll get any rain today. But we do have some clouds kind of building. It's been hot, been right up there at 90, and sure don't want to spend a lot of time outside. So people are generally staying in their vehicles with the air conditioner running to kind of help things out. If they have a house, of course, they're at home, probably watching TV and with the air conditioner running all day long. Today, I've been rereading The Secret for I don't know how many times I've read that thing. 50, 100, I'm not sure. But I wanted to get in a little bit more with the law of attraction and the book The Secret and what they're saying. What they're trying to be very explicit about, and I'm going to say it in simple form, and then I'm going to go into detail with it, but they're basically saying that the secret is like kind attracting like kind. Whatever your thoughts happen to be, they have a frequency, and they go out into the universe, and the universe finds a frequency of like kind and sends it back to you. It isn't even complicated. If you think negative, you're going to get negative. If you think positive, you're going to get positive. If you want a new house, and if you can focus on that, you increase the chances of getting a new house. If you want a new car, same thing's true. If you focus on that and spend most all your time thinking about getting a new car, getting a new house, I don't know, moving to another state, another location, getting a beach house, getting a cabin in the mountains, getting a starter home, 2-bedroom, I don't know, what are those? 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath or something like that. But if that's what you think about, according to the law of attraction, which is the law of the universe, which is the second law of the universe, the third law of the universe, you're going to attract it. Here's one example. And I'm going to give you this example just to keep it realistic. Okay? A few years back, I'm a fly fisherman and I like to fly fish, and I always wanted to fish all the blue ribbon streams in western United States, the gold medal waters in western United States. And I was obsessed with it. I was literally obsessed with it. I was reading everything I could get my hands on. I was making lists of which ones to go and in which order if I'm traveling. It just was nuts. And I loved every single minute of my obsession with figuring out how to do it. And I was hell-bent on doing it. I had no money in that kind of a sum to go out and travel and do that. It's not cheap. It costs money and it takes time. And I started putting out information on the internet, all over the internet, of what my intention was, and I was looking for sponsorship. How much more honest can that be? I was looking for sponsorship. And I thought, well, I don't know, some fishing company will probably sponsor me, or several of them will sponsor me, right? And I'll have enough money to go take my little trip and fish all those different rivers and streams. Pretty cool, huh? It was realistic. I was doing my part. My thoughts were crystal clear on what my intentions were. My frequency that was going out couldn't have been any better. It knew exactly what it was looking for in the universe and trying to return it. So anyway, here's the way it turned out. I started off, I don't know, a half a year before I could really take off in the late spring and go do it, right? I think I was trying to take off in, late June. I'm not sure. But anyway, so I've spent all this time and energy and everything for 6 months prior to. The sponsorships never really happened. But, and friends of mine, of course, they're not going to, let's give John, $400 towards his trip. Well, nobody's going to do that. I don't expect them to do that. But what I did get was a couple people that I did not expect to offer and kind of pay for and financially support sections of the trip. I said, how much better can it get than that? I mean, come on. I mean, it would be great if some fishing company paid me $1,000 to go do that. I don't know why a fishing company wouldn't pay me $1,000 to go do that. For the publicity that they're getting for the duration of the entire summer, plus everything that follows up for a year afterwards. So to me, it was baffling. Why are they not just giving out $1,000? I mean, $1,000 would have basically given me the gas and you had to pick up some licenses here along the way and some little knick-knack things, some food. Probably $1,000. I don't know what I actually spent, but it was in the neighborhood of $1,000 when I did go do it, and part of it, parts of the trip were paid for. And I did it. I went to every one of those gold medal, blue ribbon streams. Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, California, Nevada. I mean, it just went on, and I just kept going and going and going. It was the greatest thing I ever ran into. Okay, well, here's the deal, you guys. That's called the law of attraction. That's all it was the law of attraction. At the time, did I know it was the law of attraction? No. But it worked. And many years later, now, having spent so much time in research, it clearly was just the law of attraction. It returned what my thoughts were, my intentions were, my visions were, my desires. Just go on and on. It returned everything and then some. There wasn't anything negative in the entire trip. There really wasn't anything negative. Because guess what? I didn't have a negative thought from 6 months before to 6 months after. It was just the law of attraction. So here's what I'm saying. I don't know, you're going to start a business, you and your boyfriend, you and your wife, whoever, you, and you have this vision and these thoughts and desires, and you can picture everything, and you're pretty crystal clear with what needs to happen, and you're realistic about it, and you're obsessed in your thinking, and you can do that, you guys, and your business will materialize. What do they say? If you can think it, you can put it in your hand. So it works. Now there's the negative side that they talk about in The Secret, and if you get into the research, there's the negative side, of course. Disease. Disease is not genetic, right? We've all been past that, I hope, years ago. And it's the result of your thinking, right? You upregulate disease genes. You alter and affect the environment that alters and affects your biology and your chemistry. And people end up with diseases. Likewise, if you go on Dr. Joe's YouTube channel or just his website, you can listen to testimonials until the cows come home of people that acquired disease and got rid of it. Because Newtonian medicine has no clue how to do it. And they got rid of it through their thinking, through their visualization, through seeing themselves well, through understanding if they could attract it, they can also get rid of it. And they obsessed with it. There's also people that go on there with testimonials, I guess they are, transformations, to where their lives altered because of their thinking and working the program of Dr. Joe's, okay? I accept, believe, and surrender to whatever it takes for this to occur. And a lot of these people are just terminal illness. The voodoo curse, right? Wasn't going to happen. It just was not going to happen. And their thoughts got to the point where it cannot happen. It's impossible for it to happen. and they end up down-regulating the disease genes, and they become well. Go on with the rest of their life. Pretty cool, huh? All this stuff is out there if you just go read and study. Read Dr. Joe's books. Good golly. If you're not even going to read his books, then just concede that you're going to have all the negative stuff come after you. But here's the part where people comment, not only to me, but other people out there talking about the law of attraction, right? And giving you the step-by-step, blow-by-blow actions you have to take in order to manifest what you're looking for. And people comment in anger at all these people saying, you know, I wanted $22.7 million and I didn't get it. What's up? Well, I don't think it quite works that way. I think there's people who use the law of attraction to manifest, you know, some money, maybe to pay the rent or pay the mortgage bill, whatever, for the month. But I'm not sure that it may have happened. I don't believe I know of it, but it may have happened to where somebody wanted $371 million and they didn't get it, and so they're pissed off. Law of attraction doesn't work. Well, no, probably isn't going to work. Because it doesn't work that way. What I'm talking about, and what the other notable researchers are talking about, is that the law of attraction is simply that, the law of attraction. I would like to have another house or a new house. Well, that's not completely out of line. But when it comes and shows up in front of you, it may not look quite like the mansion down on the beach at San Diego that you have envisioned. It just may not look like that. But you may end up with another property that you like a lot and you're living in somewhere. And the numbers seem to calculate okay for you. Whatever you want, you can get. Are there people that have won the, what do they call it, the lottery? Yeah, I think they have enough documented people where you can go look them up on YouTube or somewhere, and you know, they'll testify that, yeah, they won a big lottery, or they won 3 of them, or some crazy thing. I don't know. But I don't think you sit around and go, I'm going to win the lottery, I'm going to win the lottery, I'm going to win the lottery. You know, as you're sitting in your easy chair and your feet up on the ottoman and you got a cold iced tea next to you and the TV's kind of going with no sound in the background. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think so. Now, if you come up with an idea of something, what would be an example of something that's for the greater good of mankind, humankind, planet Earth, right? And you are constantly building that in your brain, what it looks like, what it's going to look like, what it's going to do. What would be an example? Elon Musk, is that his name? You know, since he was young, he's always envisioned people going to Mars. Well, you know what? The guy ended up with sufficient amount of money to make a project like that work, and he's 2 years away from sending the first spaceship with just people to Mars. That's it. So for him, it seems to have worked, the law of attraction. I think you can hit roadblocks. Roadblocks would be limiting beliefs. You know, we're all taught and modeled certain kinds of programs when we're little people growing up from the adults in our life. And those are called limiting beliefs. And I certainly think there's enough history to substantiate that, yeah, that does happen. And if you don't get rid of those limiting beliefs, you have roadblocks that are going to prevent you from going to Mars. So, anyway, I just wanted to get on and touch base a little bit with the law of attraction. And I think you guys ought to go get the book. You can actually go to these thrift stores. You know, they have book areas, and they actually have books like The Secret in there that are brand new for like a couple bucks. And you really ought to get that book anyway, in particular, and read it until the pages fall off. And get better at understanding and visualizing what the law of attraction actually is for you and how it works. So, anyhow, that's kind of my spiel for today, and kind of hope it works for you. If you have any comments, you know, you can comment down below. I sure would like to hear that. I do coaching. Don't get a lot of people contacting me for that. I do consultation. I don't get a lot of people contacting me for that. And if you have questions that you need to get answered, contact me. I'm happy to give you the answers, and if I don't have them, I'll go research it and come back to you with the answer. So anyway, give that some thought. And I would be happy to meet with you or a small group of people. And for me, it's strictly science. I mean, I'm just so into transformation. I want to know why people do what they do. I want to know how people do what they do. I want to know who's successful and who's not and why. I want to hear from you guys. And in that case, we need to do a workshop. We can do a morning workshop, Saturday or something. And I can facilitate that so that we all can learn and grow and redefine where we're going and why. Anyhow, get a hold of me if you need to. So God bless everybody. Take care of one another, and I look forward to talking to y'all again real soon. Thanks a lot. See you. Bye.